All right. Nostalgiathon at this point is basically over, but we're going to do a quick podcast.
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 Podcast. Podcast.
Yes.
Podcast.
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
We raised currently $505.
Yeah.
The top donation is still from my dad's dog, Frankie.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thanks,
Frankie. Yeah, I don't know, man. I liked it. I got a little unhappy stomach yesterday.
And that is when I
stepped into
the stream room and played.
That's when
Wii Sports, baby.
Pogged out of his mind.
Oh, absolutely.
Pogged.
Dude, Wii Sports pickup basketball is the best ever. And then Mario Super Sluggers, of course.
It's true.
Yep.
No, I think we did well. I think we did good. We hit our goal again, which is always nice. Yeah.
We hit goals.
I think I mentioned before that we're going to have to kind of figure out how the summer one's going to work this year because Brooke and I will likely be moving right around when that is normally going to be happening. And so we have to kind of figure that out. May or may not be postponed. But all that info will be dumped on nostalgiathon.com as it comes out. I don't know. Poggy. What's your guys' game of the years?
Apex Legends.
Yeah.
That didn't come out this year.
Children of Morta, I don't know.
Okay, honestly,
that also didn't come out this year.
No, it did not.
Cap, the Oxygen Not Included DLC and subsequent updates that they've done. They've completely overhauled the game. Entirely.
I don't think I've played a new game this year. That was made this year.
Yeah, that's true. You probably
Storybook
haven't.
Brawl.
No, you played Age of Empires 4.
I did play, there you go, Age of Empires 4.
And I think, Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out last year.
No, that came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
No, it wasn't.
It was last year. It was.
Valhalla's pretty good. It was fun. It's a lot of fun. I still haven't finished it, to be honest.
Was mine?
Storybook Brawl.
Oh, Storybook Brawl. No, that's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Team Fight.
Did that come out this year?
It came out like 3 years ago.
3 years ago? Something like
It came
that?
out a long time ago.
What's your most hyped game?
Mine?
Yeah, what are you looking forward to?
What are you looking forward to? Coming out.
Gosh. I don't even know games that are coming out. Oh, you know what? I got it. Baldur's Gate. The full game drop.
I
So
feel
excited
that.
for that.
Feel that.
I'm ready to get on with Chandler and Denny and just full send on playing D&D for hours on end.
Would you also join us, Brooke?
It depends on if I'm tired.
That makes it complicated because
So-
it's like a full campaign, and so like if you progress,
Okay.
you don't progress with us.
I'll think about it.
But
You, Chandler.
my most
Anticipated.
anticipated game? That's difficult right now. Because other than Breath of the Wild 2,
They're making another one?
yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, they're, I don't know, there's games that I'm excited for. I'm excited for Elden Ring, but I don't know if I'm actually going to like play a lot of Elden Ring, I'm excited for, you know what? I can actually say this and be happy with it. Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah.
That is probably my currently most anticipated game.
It should be sometime next year. The year out?
We think sometime next year.
It's sometime next year.
But there was nothing done at the Game Awards with him, and we were like there was rumors floating around that was going to happen.
There's been slowly more release of game specific content.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So that's currently I would say is my most like anticipated. I'm of course going to get Breath of the Wild 2, and I'm going to play it, and I'm going to really enjoy it because I like playing games. It could be bad,
games.
and I would enjoy it. I'm kind of excited for the new Sonic 3D game that's coming out because it's an open world Sonic game, and I want to see what they're going to do. The 3D Kirby game that's coming out I'm excited for that.
Kirby's pretty fun. I like Kirby.
Yeah, I mean those are my current big ones.
Yeah.
There's something Pokemon Arceus as well. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Pokemon game. Too bad I don't know how to Switch.
Oh hey.
Switch.
Yeah. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a Switch Lite. It's broken, so it doesn't charge, but you could probably go and get that repaired at like a cell phone repair place for pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'll maybe take
It'll
it.
be cheaper than buying one.
Yeah, like we will just give you the Switch Lite,
Okay, but
and
yay! Now I can play Pokemon.
and it won't come with any games, but
This is what dating Chandler feels like.
here's the thing. But no, it's not worth it for us to sell it because it's broken, so we're not going to get much for it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's also not worth it for us to repair it because
You
we both have normal Switches.
I will take it with no complaint.
The best case scenario to remove it from being e-waste and not spending money on it is just give it to a friend who might repair it.
Yeah, because I'd love to play the new Pokemon game. I love playing Pokemon games.
Cool. So yeah.
There's a ton of like online Switch games. We can all play together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dope.
Like
Super Smash Bros.
Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Monopoly game.
Then me and you can play Monopoly.
But yeah.
Because there are sneaky people in this room who don't like Monopoly.
I bestow upon you Switch Lite.
Yay, Switch Lite!
Actually, well, let's see. Is the battery dead?
It should be because it can't charge.
I know, but I think I charged it up completely the last time that I managed to get it charging. Also, the screen's not cracked; just the screen protector is. So you can replace the screen protector.
It used to be mine.
Used to be Brooks. Yeah. No, it's turning on.
You want to plug it in and see if it's just if it charges.
Yeah, see if it works now for
Just
some
for
reason.
kicks and giggles.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I completely reset it, so it's going through the startup of like everything.
Perfect. See, brand new Switch.
English, Americas. Yeah, I accept that user end agreement because you have to.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
One of my Frostpunk 2.
Oh yeah, that's isn't it?
It looks like they changed up a lot of the. Just from the tiny bit that I've seen, it looks like they're changing up a lot of the dynamics.
I'll be able to tell you more when we get in there. What state do you want this to be time zoned in?
I have no idea.
Do Central Time.
Missouri. Just do Missouri, because I'll probably be in Missouri longer. Whoopsies. Anyways,
It's no saying state is fine.
okay, yeah, Missouri. Just do it
Yeah.
in Missouri, because that's fine. Because
Like I asked you state. Brooke, give me a UTC for Central Missouri. For
Central Time.
I know,
CST.
but it doesn't. UTC is Universal Time something, and then it's a plus or minus.
Oh!
And so I could like pull up Denver, you know.
-6.
Cool. That would be equivalent to Chicago, I guess.
Chicago. Well, maybe tell him that next time.
That he had that.
Hey.
Yeah, that was, There was a commercial for something. Oh, you know what you are looking forward to?
What?
That I think Witchwood, right? That like Switch game that's coming out. That's like a city builder / explorer where you play like a witch and like.
Oh, I only saw a little bit of that.
You were excited for that.
Arcane.
Yes.
Arcane Season 2.
Okay.
Arcane Season 2. Arcane Season 1 was fantastic. League of Legends is a terrible game, but my goodness, can they create content.
Do they ever know what the people
Do
want?
they ever know what the people want? Heck yeah, they do. Oh my goodness. Arcane. Yeah. If you're a young child, don't watch Arcane.
I haven't watched it yet.
You should.
Taylor and I think, are watching it together. We just haven't.
We haven't started yet. We've had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Was it charging?
It was charging, but it's at 100%, so I don't know if it's one of those things where it just stops charging when it hits 100, or if it keeps saying that it's charging.
When it's at like 57 and you plug it in, it'll say it's charging, but never gain more than.
Okay, well, let's
I'm gonna
run
take
it down
the,
a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I'm gonna remove the broken screen protector as well.
That's fine.
You got fresh looking screen. Yeah, other than like maybe a little bit wiped down, it looks pretty much brand new.
Let's go. I'm hogging right now. That's
you want to
amazing.
put this away?
Yes, I will.
What's do you need a Nintendo account to download like free stuff? I guess so. Do you have a Nintendo account?
Yeah, probably.
You, not your family, by the way.
Me, yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Well, it's gonna update.
Okay.
And updating it will drain the battery.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm
So-
like 90% sure I've got a Nintendo account. If I don't, then I'll make one.
Anyways, yeah, more podcasts. So like
Podcast.
we were talking about games of the year. What Brooke's looking forward to. You said
Arcane.
well, game of the year. Arcade's not a game.
Oh, sorry. Game of the year? Yeah.
He said this
Did I?
Age of Empires 4 would be the only one that you played this year.
Honestly, Baldur's Gate 3. If you like D&D and you have not heard of Baldur's Gate 3, go look at it right now. Right now, right this instant. When Chandler showed me that game, it blew my small brain.
So here's
And
what
then I
say.
immediately dropped
Logan-
$60 on it.
Logan plays video games. He is a nerd and he plays video games. But
Sure
Logan does not play many video games. Logan, before hanging out with us, more often played League of Legends,
Yep.
Apex Legends,
Yep.
and Assassin's Creed games.
Nope, not even Assassin's Creed games. Odyssey and Valhalla. I bought all the other Assassin's Creed games and never played them.
And like growing up, he played other stuff.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
played
so-
Battlefront 2.
He played Mario Super
Mario
Slugger.
Super Slugger.
Mario Super Slugger. You know,
Yeah.
here, figure out what your login is.
But to be fair, that was also me before I met you.
That's true.
I didn't have a computer.
But you weren't like a super like you weren't like a I play video games kind of nerd. Logan's an
I was like, I like video
yeah,
games.
you liked the
I liked watching.
nerdy thing about video games, right? But you weren't like I'm gonna play video games. And then I gave you a Switch and a computer.
Well, you gave me the computer first.
Well, I gave
you
you-
me the Switch.
the Switch was Christmas
It was
one
a
year. It was like February Christmas gift because it was a closing sale at a GameStop and they had it new, but they were selling a Switch
it
Lite for
was-
like
If
$100.
it was in February, then you would have called it an early birthday gift.
I think I called it a late Christmas gift.
No.
Or it might have been I might have called it a late Christmas early birthday gift.
That's probably what it
But
was.
yeah, I got her a Switch Lite because a GameStop was closing.
It was after
and they were
we
just
were
like,
in
Here.
the community college together. Because I remember
Yeah.
when we were there, I would
Yeah.
play on your Switch.
That's true. That's true. So it was before we came here.
Mm-hmm. Or it was after. You were still in Olathe, I think.
Yeah.
But I was not in Olathe anymore.
Can I make a new
Because I think you bought it
Yeah,
at that
Oh.
GameStop.
That's it. That's by the Target.
Create a new account. I think that's an option, right? Well, create new account.
I can sign in with Google.
And sign in with Google.
Oh, can you sign in with Google?
It says you can sign in with an account from another service such as Google, Facebook, etc.
Oh, heck yeah. It might still make you make an account, but it'll link it to your
Yeah,
Google.
but it'll leak it. It will I'll just link it to my email and that'll do it. That'll be all pig.
Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Brooke was not big on video games before. She had played the game that you played was Don't Starve. That was it.
And The Legend of Zelda.
Well, yes, but I meant like
Legend of Zelda.
I mean, like the game, like you didn't play The Legend of Zelda frequently. When you played a game, it was basically Don't Starve, and that was infrequently.
But I also, when I met you, I had been like watching Game Grumps.
Yeah, no, you were
and Markiplier. I had been watching PewDiePie. Like,
yeah, you were a nerd. You were into
I
the
was a
video game
game
space,
nerd.
but you just didn't play video games.
I was a video game nerd who didn't play video games.
And now she plays a lot of video
And
games.
now I play a lot of video games.
What I will say is it took you up until probably mid last year to like start branching out and finding games of your own, not games that like I played or showed you.
Yeah.
Because there's been a few times
Dungeon, didn't you?
I did show you Dark. I've shown you a lot of the games that you play frequently, but there's a few games that recently you've been playing that like I either didn't know of or didn't know much
How did
of.
I find Oni?
Oni was one of them, and I think you saw it through
Markiplier.
I don't think it was Markiplier.
He played it.
You played it. I think it was a stream that you were watching.
I don't think so.
Did Moon play Oni? No.
No.
I know Ko played Oni for a little bit, but
I didn't watch him
started,
play Oni.
yeah.
I don't think Moon played Oni.
Anyways, there's like, and I knew of Oxygen Not Included, but like it wasn't on my radar whatsoever. And then
And
Brooke started
also,
playing
it
so.
honestly could have been that I had Don't Starve, and
it's another,
Feel
Yeah.
Oxygen Not Included or something.
Yeah. And Clay's a good company. They don't make crazy, like,
Intense.
They don't make mainstream games, but their games are solid.
They are, and they've got like Don't Starve is so interesting in its survival aspects and like the secret lore that's running throughout the game and everything. And then Oxygen Not Included is
an
still a survival game.
entirely different though.
But it is completely different.
And then they have recently, last year, they released a card-based game that's very similar to.
Where's the code?
For your Nintendo account?
It said enter the please enter the displayed access code, but it's not. There's no code.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, they decrypted the Necrodancer?
They helped with it, I think. I don't think.
It's not Clyde. Their tagline is it rhymes with play, so it's Clay.
That's what I said Clay earlier.
I said Clyde.
You said
and
Clyde,
then
I
you
said Clay.
repeated Clyde back to me.
Oh, I said Clay. It's Clay Interactive.
Let's play it back. Let's play it back right now.
Okay, we'll load it up on your computer and play it back. But no, they make good games. They actually released like a story-ish based card game that is its combat is very similar to to Slay the Spire, but there is also like a complete like basically pacifist option, like talk your way out of it option. And there's RPG elements to like increasing your character's like stats and stuff like it's really cool. It uses like the combat style of what I would consider like Slay the Spire, but like an RPG stat situation similar to I don't know. But it's good. So
I'm almost there. Hold on.
Bruh. Is it not doing it?
It's not functioning. It's not giving me
Here,
access.
let me see.
Where do you go?
Let me see your phone and the Switch.
Chicago. But yes. I've been very much enjoying dungeon crawlers lately.
Did I say it?
He said Clay.
Like, I've been playing Children of Morta. Don't know when it came out, don't know who made it, but it's a darn fantastic game. And it makes me want to play Hades after, because I've heard Hades is very similar and very good.
Hades
It
is
is
good.
so good.
Is it so good?
It's
It is.
so
Okay,
good.
dope.
Another
'Cause-
Supergiant Games is another company that is just
Every
spot
game they
on
put
every
out.
game. Not all of them become like critical indie darlings, but all of them are solid
Bop
games.
after bop after bop.
Let's go, yeah, because I'm really enjoying Children of Morta, and I'm like this close to beating it, and I've only got like 10 hours in the game, so...
That's the other thing with Hades, you never really beat it.
Like you can quote beat it. There is a
story
end
mode.
point.
Is there like a story mode? And
Well,
beat the
yeah,
story?
but it's
It is, but it's also you reach end of story and credits roll, but there is continuing story after that. It's just harder to it gets harder to unlock the certain beats of the story afterwards. And there are a ton of side stories with all the characters and everything.
Dude, dungeon crawlers. I'm so good at dungeon crawlers. I've almost beat the game.
I
with...
honestly never thought of Hades as it is a dungeon crawler. I never in my head it was always just roguelite. Not a dungeon crawler, but it is a dungeon crawler.
Yeah, I'm a big hype for that. Now that I have a Switch, I can get it on the Switch.
Absolutely, that's what I have it on.
Yeah, can you get it on the computer?
You can.
yes.
And you can cloud save, although I've had problems with
Cloud save works a bit weird. Anyways, just log into the email and password that you created the account with.
Oh, I didn't create an account. I used an existing account, and I'm not entirely sure what the
Well, I can pull that up.
what's the emails?
Sorry,
I think I know what it is, but
that's the emails.
okay. See, okay.
And I don't know what the password is.
I might have to reset the password.
We can do that right here if you want to.
Give me a moment. Let me try it and sign in real quick.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of. I like indie games more than mainstream games a lot of the time. Which is, and I say a lot of the time. My favorite games are still like AAA games, like Yakuza and Psychonauts. The most recent one I would potentially describe as a AAA game.
It's close to it.
It's very close to what a AAA game would be.
It still acts and looks and behaves like an indie game.
Yeah. So.
I think it deserved more at the Game Awards. Just a hot take from me.
I think it should have won Best Art Direction.
It should have won
over
Deathloop.
Deathloop.
One.
Deathloop is not a ugly game. It's a very pretty game, but it doesn't.
If there's nothing different about its art style,
its visuals don't strike me as special.
Everything.
Right?
This is what I mean. Everything that we see in that game that's really pretty and beautiful, we've seen before in different games.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen Psychonauts stuff.
Yeah.
Besides, like, maybe in Psychonauts 1.
Yeah, and the thing is, Psychonauts 2 brought the style of Psychonauts 1 pretty well into an HD environment, right? Because, like, Psychonauts 1 art is very odd. Like, the proportions are weird, stuff like that. And so they managed to transition well enough into it that it didn't seem just, like, weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obvious it is a weird looking game. Yeah,
it's a kooky art style, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's purposeful and it looks
it's
purposeful.
very Tim Burton-esque.
Yeah.
In terms of like body proportions. So.
What else was I rooting for at the Game Awards that didn't win stuff? There was one other thing, and I can't remember. But it was nominated for a few different things.
I mean, you're not giving me much. I could tell you what was nominated for a variety of things. And what won. Like, It Takes Two won Game of the Year, but also up with it was Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village.
I was rooting for Ratchet and Clank to win some more stuff.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank should have won. So that's difficult. I personally feel like it should have won because it's my type of game. But it is just another Ratchet and Clank game.
But I remember when it came out, like, I think the only thing that they honestly had working, the biggest thing they had working against them was coming out before the other games that were nominated for Game of the Year. People forgot about how intense it was when Ratchet and Clank came out.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics, the revolutionary graphics that they did alone should have won them something.
Well, basically, every Ratchet and Clank game that has released since the late PS3 era, and that would only be 3. Every single time that they released, they were just like, you get logged in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
You go.
I'm gonna find a way to drain the battery.
That's fine.
Is
there an update or anything?
No, I already did that. It didn't. It was a small update. But it was one of those things where it was just
free
like,
games and just download something.
well, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to find the most intensive free game on there, which is probably Paladins.
Oh, ew.
Or Rogue Company. I lost track of what I was talking about.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yeah. They've always been like, this is like approaching Pixar level movie quality. Like, obviously, you know, it doesn't hold up if you directly compare, but like in motion, it becomes very hard to tell. And like the most recent one was just like, now I had some bugs because of I was playing a day one patch and there was some like weird HDR bugs with it where some of the ray traced reflections were just like pitch black. Which kind of was like, oh, really? But otherwise, it's, you know, it's good. It's good. Oh, yeah, Pokemon Unite would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll treat you badly. So it's good. Enjoyed Ratchet and Clank a lot. I agree with the fact that it shouldn't have won Game of the Year. I agree that it should have been nominated, but out of those picks,
I still don't think it should have been It Takes Two.
I agree. I don't think it should have been It Takes Two, but I'm not sad at the fact, like, if Resident Evil Village won, I would have been mildly disappointed. If it was Metroid Dread, honestly, I feel like I would have been mildly disappointed as well.
I would be, only because I haven't heard a single thing about, like, I knew it came out and it's probably just a Metroid game, which is good.
It's a good Metroid,
but
and it's a very good Metroid game. But I would have been disappointed if it won.
I'm also, like, I'm totally fine with there being a game franchise like Metroid and then releasing games that are good but they have the same mechanics, they have the same playstyle. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Releasing a extremely similar games all the time, you know. But I think that if you're doing that, that means you're not doing it with the intention of being in the running for a Game of the Year, you know.
Well, here's one thing I will say with that. The last 2D Metroid game that released that was actually a new 2D Metroid game was like over 10 years ago.
Was this 2D Metroid? I thought it was 3D Metroid.
No, this is the art was 3D, but it's a 2D Metroid game. Everything takes place on a 2D playing field.
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, and so like the last.
I assumed it was like.
On top of that, the last 3D Metroid game, Metroid Prime 3, if we're talking about like an actual good, because there's Metroid Other M and stuff, like, you know, but the last Metroid Prime game released like 10 years ago as well.
I watched Dad play Twilight Princess, and I watched Dad play Metroid. So that was another one that was on my
So I don't know, man. It's just
list.
Stuff indeed.
Stuff. Logan's just like, you're talking about games that I haven't played and know nothing about.
Well, here's Logan's turn to participate in the conversation because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Arcane Season 2.
Oh, bro. Okay, Arcane, dude. All right. So when they made this show, I was sitting there and I was like, dude, they're doing Piltover, all right? And Piltover's a city in the lore of League of Legends, you know, all that, whatever.
I didn't know that, but
is a city in the lore of League of Legends. That's where a lot of the characters come from.
Yeah.
And my initial thoughts on this was I didn't want it to be Piltover. I wanted it to be another place.
Is it where the K-pop group comes from?
No. And I was like, man, this is not gonna be great, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's gonna be good, but I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot. I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, this is about what I expected. This is a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Then I got to like the next 3 episodes and I was like, this is no longer disappointing. Things have gone down and this is immensely interesting. I want the next 3 episodes immediately. And then I got to, I think there are 12 episodes. I finished the last episode and I was like, I want another season and I want it in Piltover and I want it right now.
And I want it now.
I want it right now. And they have
up the Twitch stream on it.
Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. So, but they have already confirmed season 2. So, if y'all haven't watched season 1, go watch season 1. If you are not a child,
because
it is definitely R-rated.
Oh yeah, there's Apex Legends on here. It does not run well.
Oh no, I don't want Apex on there.
There's Rocket League on here. Also does not run particularly well.
I am pretty bad at Rocket League.
Yeah.
The only reason I was plat once was because I played in Diamond Lobbies with Chandler, and Chandler would just carry me. And then...
There's free Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2 on here.
Ooh.
I mean, it's free, so I might
Download it.
Yeah, I might as well just hit the download
Just
button.
download it. Just download it. Maybe I'll play it.
But yeah, so Season 2.
I'm excited. I will not say anything about it because I don't want to spoil it. Spoil anything from Season 1. But... Like, I went into this thinking, boy, this will be a League of Legends thing, and I'll like it, because I like League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out of it thinking, wow, if I didn't know what League of Legends was and I watched that, I would still think it was fantastic.
Yeah, the thing is, League of Legends, though, is...
It is a toxic cesspool of awfulness.
cesspool.
Don't play League.
Yeah.
You could play TFT. You could play, what's the card game they have? Runeterra. You could play just about anything.
What's the King game? King of something.
They have not released that yet.
Oh, I thought they were.
They are working on that, but that will be set in Bilgewater, which is where a lot of the pirate-style champions come from, and that will be really cool. I think it's set on one of the characters. I think it's set around Echo, but I can't remember. But Echo's from Piltover, but he travels, so you know. But yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, anyways. You can play just about anything other than League of Legends that's made by League of Legends, and you'll enjoy it. You might enjoy League if you play with no one, or only with like a group of friends. If you only play with a group of friends, you might be alright.
It depends, though.
It depends on your friends. Because a lot of people who play League of Legends are just immensely toxic. So if you have friends that are in-game in League of Legends, it's going to suck. It's going to suck a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing League of Legends, because all my friends that played League were immensely toxic.
They were being mean.
Yeah.
Mean butts.
So then I stopped playing League, and I started playing a lot more Apex. And then I downloaded Children of Morta, and then I almost finished Yakuza, and then dropped Yakuza again.
Dropped Yakuza?
I'm literally on the last chapter, and I'm just running around making money.
Yeah, he is not doing the main story. I told him, just finish the game, and if you want to do anything after that, do it after that.
But then I have to play Kiwami.
You don't want to play Kiwami?
No, I do want to play Kiwami. I just like...
It's
a lot of commitment.
It's a lot of game.
I just kind of bounce in and out of games, alright?
Alright, I loaded up the Twitch stream on the Switch, because they have Twitch on the Switch now.
There you go.
And that way we get some power off of that thing so we can see the carcass.
Yeah. So... But, yeah, man. If it miraculously fixed itself, well, cool. I don't think it did, but if it did, cool.
Yeah. If it did, I'm going to be pogging out of my mind. If it didn't, I'm still going to be pogging out of my mind. So either way, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be all that expensive to go get it fixed.
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I looked it up at one point, but it was like conjecture on an online forum because no one actually lists their prices. You have to like go into the store and be like, do you do this?
Yeah, I don't know where I would go. Where do I go?
Cell phone repair places. Because they generally do more than so like
So like that place that's like on Main Street?
Probably not them. You would probably have to do it not here in Maryville. I just doxed us. Oh well.
Oh well.
No one is watching. I mean, that might be incorrect, but I'm going to assume no one is since no one's in chat.
You never know.
But
my mom is. She knows where you live now.
Well, your mom knew where I lived anyways.
Well, now she knows where I live.
I think she knew where you lived too.
No.
But yeah, no, it's yeah. I list off places.
Oh.
And I muted it because I didn't want to advertise companies that might or might not actually be good companies. I don't know.
You never.
Best Buy.
I doubt they'll repair it.
Probably not. Best Buy's stinky anyways.
I don't think they do repairs on most things.
Probably not.
Especially if you didn't buy it. If you bought it from them, then you'd be like, warranty, give me a repair, or like someone would be like, yeah, okay. But that was the battery. Yeah, we had 92%. That's enough for me to see if it's going to charge for any prolonged period of time. So I plug it in. It is not charging. Yeah. The cord has to be in like a very specific spot for it to charge. And I think that's because like the connector on the inside is like managed to like desolder itself or something.
Okay, well, hopefully that shouldn't be too expensive to fix, and I'll take it somewhere.
Yep. There you go. Here, hold on 1 second. Give it back. I want to make sure that there's nothing in the case that Brooke forgot in the case at some point. Nope. All right. Cool.
If I find something, I'll get it back to you.
Cool. Let's go in here properly to like not there. There.
Appreciate it.
And it'll charge within a USB-C cord.
Yes.
And it's not dockable because it's a light.
That's fine. I don't have a dock.
I was just informing you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. What else you guys want to talk about? Minecraft. I'm glad that we found the end and managed to kill the Ender Dragon.
That End City too, because I was like, what kind of house do I want to build? I want to build something that's way better than the one I built.
Something other than just like
a giant box.
Yeah, than a giant box with a giant pyramid on top. Basically an upside down anthill.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. It looks cool. Plus, I was thinking a little bit. I was like, maybe like a tree house or something.
Well, no, you told me to do a tree house, so I'm gonna do a tree house now.
I thought you weren't gonna.
If we find one,
I think I know who else is doing one. Your mom.
Oh. All right.
Fuck.
Oh. you hit that marker for that?
Yeah.
Also, I said this the last podcast that Noah and I were on. There may or may not be a podcast next week. It depends on Noah's schedule and whether or not I have recovered physically from this event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to do the crash.
Yeah. You got another bang in the fridge?
I do. I've got 2 more in the fridge. Yeah. I only drank 1.
Well, you'll need one for
getting up to KC.
And then another one for going back home.
Yes, I will. I will need one to get back home. It's an
8-hour drive.
8-hour drive.
Oof.
And to be fair, with stops, I get it done in like 7 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Still long.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I don't drive over the speed limit. That would be illegal.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
Wait, that's illegal. Also, you know what? You know what else? Actually, you probably would avoid toll roads. I was like,
oh heck, yeah, I'm avoiding toll roads. I
was like, it's like that's a couple states over, so you're.
Plus, dude, I don't know if we've been through a couple toll roads, but like, they are very easy to avoid.
Yeah,
like I don't know why we bother having them when they're so easy to avoid.
They're not there for the purpose of, not being like the only, they're there for the purpose of that is the shortest path, and it's also like most of the time like the widest lanes, so it takes more to upkeep it, and so they're just like, your taxes don't cover this.
Don't care.
You pay us more.
I'm not paying you anything. I'll just drive on another road and make up my time, because you know who isn't on toll roads? Cops. Because I don't drive over the speed limit, so that wouldn't be an issue anyways.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an issue anyways. I don't. I got pulled over one time and got a $300 speeding ticket for going 17 over. When I wasn't either. It was obnoxious. So it was the speed limit was 35. The school zone speed limit for that area
It's 25.
was 15.
Oh, yikes.
It was the middle of the summer. School was not happening and the lights were not flashing.
Therefore, the speed limit is not.
Therefore, the speed limit is 35. I was going like 32 because I was following a car in front of me. I was the one in the last spot, and so the cop stopped me, and he goes, "Hey, you know how fast you were going?" I go, "Somewhere in like the 30 to 35 range," and he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, you know that the school zone is active right now." And I go, "Well, the lights aren't flashing." And he goes, "But the sign says it's active right now."
No, it doesn't. The sign's not flashing.
No, because it has like a designated time of like it's from this time to this time. And
gosh.
I go, yeah, but the lights aren't flashing. He goes, yeah, but it's summer school. They aren't going to turn the lights on all the time. That's on a set like thing that they have to get government approval for. But,
Bro, summer school.
and I was just like, well, great, but I don't live. And at the end of the day, it was just like, yeah, no, I have to pay a lot of money because I was driving 17 miles over the speed limit in a school zone.
Bro, the person in front of me. What about? I would have been like, bro, the person in front of me. I was following them.
That doesn't matter.
Fight me, cop.
I'm not doing that.
I would have probably just been like, hand me my ticket. I'll pay it at some point.
Yeah. Well, I paid it, and it was upsetting.
Good for you. I've never been pulled over before in my life.
I wish I wasn't, but I was.
I've never been pulled over ever. Never paid any tickets. Never done any of that. Even though when I'm on my way home, I go like 85 on the highway on cruise control all the way home.
Head shake.
Hey, how do you think I cut out all of my stops and another 10 minutes off of my time by going 85 on cruise control?
Moobot.
Moobot. Whoa, Moobot's back. Noah, quick.
I summoned him.
Noah, quick.
Well, Noah's driving. Don't tell Noah.
No,
Noah, quick.
Noah, quick.
Quick, do it.
Quick,
No.
Noah.
Stop. He's
Noah,
driving.
faster.
Noah.
But yeah. Anyways, thanks
Take
everyone
Moobot's
for coming.
show.
Thanks everyone for donating. Thank
Yes.
you, people who participated for participating, and
No problem.
also
I got you.
putting up with me getting sick.
Hey, bro. I love Wii Sports basketball. I ain't never gonna stop loving Wii Sports basketball.
I ain't ever gonna stop loving you. But yeah, so it was good. We raised $505.
Heckin' yeah, we did.
We did.
Heck yeah, we did.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
So
So now, St. Jude's is rich.
that's not how that works.
I think it is.
As much as I wish that's how that worked, that's not how that works.
Or I hope that St. Jude's becomes rich and they save billions of children.
I agree with said sentiment.
Hey man, they're $500 richer.
This is factually correct.
That's good. That means more children will be saved because of all of you who donated.
This is true.
So well done. I tip my hat to you.
Indeed.
Indeed.
All right. Well, closing statements, remarks, comments.
I'll be back.
He'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Just like Frosty the Snowman.
Except Frosty the Snowman is not Frosty.
What's your closing statement, June?
I just gave my closing statement. What's yours? I have to.
Oh!
So, alrighty. That'll do. That'll do. It's 9 minutes away, but honestly, I think we're out of things to talk about.
I don't know, man. I think you're right.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to go, now we can talk about this. And it's just like, no, you're right.
We can talk about TV trays. We can talk about 7-Up Cherry. We can talk about cups that are green.
Hey, man,
we could talk about...
You're just looking at things in the room.
We could talk about the PS5. We could talk about the Xbox controller that's next to the PS5. The slander.
No longer reduced to walking when touching the wall at low angles.
Nice.
So you can sprint when you jump into walls.
Yeah.
Fix the thing we were
talking about earlier. All right. That'll be it. Thanks everyone for coming out.
Yes,
We
thank you.
shall see you potentially at the next podcast, but also,
in the summer.
maybe. All right. Hit that button. Yeah.
Bonk.